Where's my little, there it is. What's up, guys? We are back once again. Doing the do. Get ready to cook for you. Well, actually for us. Because we're going to get to eat it. Let's see how my crabs look. Good. Alright. Steam them up nice. Set them off for the heat a little bit. We'll wait till some people join in. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and share this to my personal page. If I can. Come on here.
There's a shot right there.
Okay. See if I'm actually live here. Where's my live? Where's my live? Where's my live? And make sure I actually went live on the page, because she no look like it, my friend. She no look like I went live. If anyone's here that can see me or hear me, type yeah, type if you can see it. I wonder what's happening here. Here, go here.
Don't say cooking with greens is live.
Okay, let's end this. Well, I got one person on watching it.
How?
That you?
No.
I think I'm doing something wrong here. Let me go back. 2 people are here. If you are watching me live from another page other than the Cooking with Greens page, please go to the Cooking and Greens page. Okay, great. So, great. Can you share that to my page, sweetie? It's just share and your friend. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Trinity? We were having a little technical difficulties to start with. So, give me a second. Give me a second here. All right. What's up, guys? We're going to start our. Yeah, just share it to me if you like. Okay. Share it to your page if you like. No, that's not Share. Share now. That can be shared to yourself. Then copy link. Go to my page. Technical difficulties. Hope everybody's doing good. And you find me. So. And then you can just type it to my. Paste it on my page. Post. There we go. Okay, that should be good. Hope everybody's doing good.
Do I need to keep it on?
Yeah. No, you don't have to if you don't want to. We're making today shrimp and crab chowder with some Old Bay Cheddar Biscuits. Hope everyone's week was good. Let me get my trash can here. We had a nice trip down to the Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Virginia area. So we were actually inspired to do this before we left. I'm going to save these because I'm going to save the shells from my crab and my shrimp to do like a little seafood kind of infused chicken broth. So, thanks, number one, for tuning in. Even if you're watching this later. Thank you for that. Get a few people in a second. In the meantime, right now, what I'm doing is prepping my crab, which means I got snow crab here. You can use any kind of crab you want. Taking the snow crab, pretty much taking all the meat out, and I'm keeping the shells. And what I'm gonna do with that is I'm gonna boil the shells and the corn, because I'm gonna put corn in this also. It's a corn potato seafood chowder. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna boil that in the chicken broth, so we get like nice infused flavor in the chowder. Hope everybody's day was good. If you guys can hear me and see me, just type Y. Right now I'm not seeing you guys. I think we had a little bit of issue when we changed over from my personal page, where we had like 15,000 views and 9,000 views on videos, to our separate page. So it's kind of like we're starting all over again. So that's okay. Got to start somewhere. But right now I'm just doing a really quick job trying to clear some of this meat out for the chowder. And if you from any area where there was seafood, you learn how to do this really quick. Like the people that go to Red Lobster and stuff, and I see them, I'm like, man, you're leaving too much in there. You're leaving too much crab in there. But in this case, it doesn't matter too much because we're going to be using that bad boy for the stock. It's going to help flavor the stock. The other thing that the corn cobs are going to do, when I shuck the corn, actually, I'll put that stuff in the wrong thing. When I shuck the corn is, it's going to help thicken up the crab chowder. Now, actually, by the way, I got to say, DJ Tony Tone was nice enough to allow us to use one of his mixes. If you sound familiar, he's on Hot 97. He's one of the heavy hitters. If you heard of the DJs, the heavy hitters, he plays on Hot 97, and he does a gospel show. He's one of the heavy hitters, and he did a nice mix on Mother's Day. And I asked him permission, and I was like, hey, dude, can I play that? Since we're having some issues with music, you know, it's going to play in the background, and he gave me permission. So that fixed our issue for tonight with our music. Jay said we're good. Thank you, Jay. We're getting this, keeping all the shells. What I'm doing is keeping the shells, because I'm going to go ahead and do a nice little broth, I guess, with it, along with the shrimp. Probably should have took some more crab. You never get enough of this crab. I think it's about a pound and a half. I got probably about 5 pounds. I didn't think I was going to need all 5 pounds. Trinity, I never take my rings off. You're just coming, so it's a story behind the rings. I never take them off unless I'm going to be doing something like making dough or something like that. I probably would do it. But for something like this, I don't really take them off. I shower in my rings. I sleep in them. One was my dad. One's my wedding ring. There's a story behind it. Yes. What's that? Did you start doing it already?
Yeah, that's not it. Yeah, I did.
Put a knife in. Ain't gonna hurt enough. Did you put the cheese in yet?
No, just like this.
So you're not okay. While I'm doing this, I guess my wife is starting on the biscuits. I didn't know she was gonna just start over there. So let me explain to you what she's doing with the Old Bay Cheddar Biscuits while I'm doing this. What she's doing is taking some biscuit mix, about 3 cups. Babe, you put way more. That's more than 3/4 cup.
You know what? I measured it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Put 2/3. Put too much. Put too much. You gotta add some more. So pretty much what she's doing, she didn't measure the liquid right, which is okay. You can make mistakes too, as long as you can fix them. It's supposed to be 2 cups of biscuit mix. Biscuit you can buy in your grocery store. You can make pancakes with it. You can also bake goods with it. 2 cups of biscuit mix. 3 cups of milk, whole milk. Where's my other? There we go. To that, you add about 4 tablespoons of butter. And about a half a cup of shredded cheddar. Mix all that up. Take that and make little balls out of it. And you want to bake that at 450 for about 10 minutes. While that's baking, in another little bowl, you want to melt about 2 tablespoons of butter with garlic powder, maybe about a half to a tablespoon of garlic powder, and a half to a tablespoon of Old Bay seasoning. Once the did that on the wrong thing. Once the biscuits come out nice and piping, you want to brush that butter, garlic powder, and Old Bay seasoning on your cheddar biscuits, and your biscuits are good to go. Done. So that's how you do the Old Bay biscuits. That'll make you probably about 12 biscuits, maybe 8 to 12, depending on the size. Yeah, I should have put a couple more pounds of crab here, but that's okay. That'll be fine. You can use any kind of crab. This happens to be snow crab. I got a nice 10-pound box from restaurantdepot.com. Courtney, what's up? Welcome. For 99 bucks. So Courtney, what I'm doing right now, my wife actually is preparing the Cheddar Bay biscuits. I just gave the recipe to that, which is pretty much just 2 cups of biscuit mix combined with 2/3 cup of milk, whole milk, whatever kind. Whole milk is probably better. 2/3 cups of milk, a half a cup of cheddar cheese, and you just combine, and I'm sorry, and 4 tablespoons of butter. So probably about 4 pats or so of butter. Mix that up, and then you're going to cook that on 450. It'll be done. While that's cooking, you want to combine about 2 tablespoons of butter to about a half a tablespoon of garlic powder, and a half of, almost put the wrong thing in here, and a half a tablespoon of Old Bay seasoning. Brush that over, and you got your Cheddar Bay biscuit hot out of the oven. I'm making the like a quick little broth to put in my chicken broth. I'm shelling my crab. I got about 1.5 pounds. Could have did more, it looks like, but that's what I got thawed out. So a crab, 1.5 pounds of crab's going. I'm gonna put probably about 2 pounds of shrimp. I'm sorry, 1.5 pounds of shrimp in here. Got to quickly devein them. They're deveined, great. Well, I'm going to have to quickly shell them, and I'm going to take the shells and throw them in this pot also. To this pot, I'm going to add about 6 cups of chicken broth. And I'm going to take a few ears of corn, maybe 3. And throw the what do you call those things? Husks? Not the husks. The corn cob, the middle of the husk of the outside. I'm gonna use the corn cob and throw it in there. Boil them for about, I don't know, 8-10 minutes, covered, and then I'm gonna strain that. I'm going to use that as my base to my my broth, my chowder, I'm sorry. In the chowder, we're going to have a quart of heavy cream. We're going to have peppers, onions. I'm using yellow pepper, a whole yellow pepper, a whole large onion. I take about 2 large potatoes diced up. Babe, you can do that too if you want. If you're done with that, I'm not sure if you are. Oh, I need to show what you're doing here. Give me a second, guys, and I will take the video to Anita. This is the last piece before she puts that in the oven. So you can see what it looks like. Yeah, I wish I would have actually took more than 1.5 pounds of crab out, but this will be good. Especially with the infused crab shell flavor in there and the shrimp. Clean this baby out. The music you're hearing is DJ Tony Tone, a mix that he did on Mother's Day. He allowed us to play it on our show. He's one of the heavy hitters on 97.1 KISS FM. His website is djtonytone.com. TonyTone.com. So there you go. Got all my crab cleared out. Now let you see what Anita's doing. Let me go this way.
It's cold. Yeah, we're sweating.
So we're doing. You need another pan, babe.
What?
So now we have what we have there is combined biscuit mix, 2 cups, 2/3 cup of milk. We got a cup of cheddar cheese grated. You can probably see in there. And what else am I missing?
That's it. The milk, the cheese, and the mix. That's it.
Milk, cheese, and the mix. And then we're going to cook that on 450 for about 8-10 minutes. So she's putting the first set in it. This is what it looks like. Oh, I'm sorry, in the butter. It was 4 pats of butter. I'm sorry. Tracy, you still here? Tracy shouts. If you could, I got some potatoes here that I need just in dices. You can take the, if you want, you can take the skin off. If not, you don't have to. So this, all that crab just gave that much meat. So that's 1.5 pounds of crab, which probably yielded about 1/2 pound of meat, or maybe so. You see my hand? That's not a lot of meat. So I wish I had did more. I could have did the whole 5 pounds, but that's okay. So in here, I have all the crab shells. I'm gonna not devein them because they're already deveined. I'm gonna take the shrimp and peel those and put the shrimp shells in here too. To this, I'm gonna add about 6 cups of chicken broth, and I'm gonna go ahead and take my corn off the cob, put the cobs in here too. So I'm gonna have that all covered with the shells from the shrimp, with the cobs from the chicken, and the chicken broth. We're gonna probably try to cover that up and let it boil. I'm gonna let it boil maybe 8-10 minutes, and then I'm gonna drain all this stuff out of it. Okay, but the flavors and stuff will get out of it. So you want that. Get flavor from everything. All right. So let me just find something. Hello to you all if I didn't say it. Sorry that we. I'm just about to use it too. Here, you use one of the plastic ones.
Yeah, I have to.
I'm gonna do the onion right now and the peppers real quick. Get all my crab off here. So yeah, not a lot of crab. Not a lot of crab. Next time I know to put more crab. I have more crab and I didn't use it because I didn't think I was gonna need it, but that's okay. So right now I'm gonna cut up my onion while my wife is cutting up the potatoes. So you're gonna use 2 large baking potatoes. Let me turn this over, sorry. 2 large baking potatoes. A large onion. A large yellow pepper. And of course seasonings, garlic. A little, if you want a little kick to it, you can add like a jalapeno or a pepper in there and dice it up good with the veggies. I'm probably going to use a little chili powder in it, but not much, just to give it a tad, a little small kick. And it's really simple to do. And then you add a quart of heavy cream. So I got this baby. Just sharpen my knife a little bit, so it's doing okay. Cutting a little better now. You kind of do that every once in a while. Oh. We gave away, we had a giveaway the other day of a t-shirt. So I had some t-shirts to give away until we get some sponsors. We had some people contact us who want to sponsor some of the shows, which means you guys are going to get free stuff. They're going to give us stuff to give away to you during the show. So pretty much for a shout out, we'll say, hey, Bob's. Yes, ma'am, you can. Or, Bob's shop or wherever, If you actually have a business and you want to give something away.
How do you want these potatoes? Diced?
Just diced is fine.
Big?
It can be big or small. Whatever you feel is right, babe. So I'm dicing up my veggies real quick. Put that in something. So dicing my onions. Going to get some celery, maybe about 3 stalks of celery. Dice that up also. It's pretty good. A lot of the stuff that you see in restaurants and stuff is very simple to eat. It's all comfort foods. It's all basic ingredients. Onions, milk for a lot of the soups that are cream soups, of course. Excuse me. Potatoes, celery, things like that. So right now we have, you watching the time on the biscuits, babe? No, you said? My wife's here. I don't know if you guys even saw her on the camera once. Because we're doing a bad job of camera jockeying today.
We're actually trying to cook the other day.
Yeah, we're actually multitasking. We usually have time to stop. We don't really have too much time to stop right now. I try to acknowledge everybody. I said, Regina, what's up? Gina Jones said we need to do a cookbook. She said we need to do a cookbook. You know, on the page, of course, you guys that are here have liked the Cooking with Greens page. So you know that on my pictures, that I have, if you look in the photo album of the food, underneath that, I have the recipe. So if you like missed something or you saw something and you said, I want to make that one day, you could always come right back to this page. And I'm no professional, but I wrote out the, where did this come from? I wrote out the recipe as, as readable as possible. Because a lot of times I don't use a lot of measurements, so I'm trying to be better with that. I just go, oh, you shake like that much in there and put that much in there, and it makes it a little harder to reproduce. So I'm gonna let you finish off the vegetables. I'm gonna take the shrimp. Start debating that last week. So we got a pound and a half of shrimp. Probably gonna be more meat than the crab, since most of the crab is freaking shell. Should have thought about that when I took about a pound and a half out. I should have said, you know what, I'm gonna end up getting very little meat out of this. So let's take more than I think we're gonna need. So my wife was kind enough to get about a pound and a half of shrimp. That's all they had left. So I'm pretty much, it's already been deveined and split down the middle. What I'm going to do is just take the shells and try to get some of the tail and throw those bad boys in there. Let me get a pan to put these in. Tanya, what's up? Tanya said it's time for a TV cooking show too. Tanya, we're gonna see. We'll see what's happening. You never know what happens.
Potatoes.
Okay.
What else you need? Celery?
Yeah, celery and the yellow onion diced up. Yellow pepper. I'm sorry. Yeah, whole yellow pepper, and about 3 to 4 stalks of celery. I'm actually also putting a can of cream of celery in the soup. As you know, we always do a little something different.
How little do you want the celery though?
It's a dice is fine, like an onion dice is fine. The small dice is fine. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook that first in butter. The veggies. Matter of fact, while I'm doing this here, I'm going to get pour the chicken broth in here and have that start to boil while I'm putting the shells in here. Let me get the chicken broth. It should be right here, right?
Yeah, it was right there on the side.
Chicken broth! Chicken brothy! I'm thinking about 6 cups, so. Glabadi chicken broth.
Like this back?
That's fine. You can actually make it a little smaller than that if you want. Move that out of your way. Let you guys see what's happening. A lot's happening around here. That's my onions. That's my crab meat. Not as much crab meat as I wanted. My shrimp is still getting deshelled. That's my potatoes. This is going to be my broth. And I'm going to drain all that out, but I'm going to get as much infused flavor out of that as I can. My wife's over here doing it up with the celery. This was the biscuit mix. We have biscuits in the oven, and this is what we're going to brush over the biscuits. Let me look at those babies. They only have to be in there about 8-10 minutes, so they're starting to look okay. So we're getting it going, guys. Hey, Margaret, what's going on? I think Aretha, I did check on the biscuit. I just did. Biscuits probably have a few more minutes, babe. FYI. So, I mean, it doesn't even really take a lot of prep, something like this. And remember, a lot of stuff like this is flavorful. This is how you make your own broths if you want to do that. You can take bones left over from chicken. You can take any meat pieces. Like if I was doing a real seafood chowder, But I can't have fish because I'm allergic to it, but I can have crustaceans. You can put fish heads in there, all that kind of stuff. Just boil it and drain it. That's all you have to do. That's all they do in the restaurants. That's all they do for the grocery store, the stuff that you buy and spend a lot of money. If you got the ingredients to make it and freeze it. You know, make a veggie stock and freeze it. Make a seafood stock and freeze it into a block. Use it later when you need to make some soups or sauces or whatever. Make a chicken stock. Don't throw that chicken carcass away.
That's 3.
It's 3. What?
7.
Oh, thank you, baby.
Pepper.
The pepper is right by you. I think that's what's in the bag. Yes. No, you're wrong. It's right here by me in the bag. There we go. So she's dicing up the yellow pepper now, guys. Hi, Kiji. What's up? Margaret, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. We're trying to get all this together here. We got old cheddar biscuits with sound. The biscuits smell like they might be done, babe. Let me take a look real quick. Yeah, those are done.
No, switch them around a little bit. 2 more minutes.
A few more minutes? She said a couple of minutes. I think they're done, but we're gonna give it a little minute. And when they're finished, we're gonna brush those bad boys with a mixture of butter, like a couple of pats of butter, garlic powder, and Old Bay seasoning. Really easy, guys. It's really easy to cook for yourself. You know, if you don't know, learn.
We don't know, we learn.
We don't know, we learn. A lot of stuff we make up. Sometimes we go to a restaurant and I taste something new. Am I lying? And I go, I can make this. And I'll taste it and I'll be like, oh, that's paprika. And then we'll come home. A lot of these stuff that we made, we actually didn't know the heck we were doing. We just knew what was in it, and we knew how to make it like it was. So if it was, of course, if it was like fried chicken, of course we know how to do that. If it was a steak, you know, you just have to make the steak right. But something like this, also easy. It's just a lot of chowders and cream of soups. You pretty much just need a base of a flavor. So if you're doing a vegetable cream of, a chicken cream of, or whatever cream of, a seafood, you just need a broth first of all. You need heavy cream. And then that's it. Everything's extra. You want to add onion in there. You want to add your aromatics. If you want peppers in there. If you want meat in there. If you want to add, like this one's going to have potato and corn. Put it in there. Put it in there. So, and then you mess it up. You taste it a little bit. And oh, you know what? I need a little something in this. And you learn. The first people that started making recipes just, they just try stuff out. It helps that we got Food Network and stuff like that, and Cooking Channel and Chopped and all that kind of stuff. So we got a head start. Just like if we were back when I was in school, if they had Google and the internet, I'd probably have progressed a little more in my grades. Even though my grades weren't bad. Your brush. I think it's a brush down with the. I think it might be a brush. If you can't find your pastry brush, there's a brush probably with the grill accessories. You know what I'm saying? The grill tooth. I know you have a pastry brush. You have it? Okay, great. So, just to cut down on time a little bit, I am going to, while I'm still shelling these, I'm going to pour my chicken broth in here so we can start getting this boiling. I still have yet to shuck my corn. Turn it up to about a high just so we can get started. So each one of these are about 2 cups. Actually about 3 cups. So that's 1. Probably put a little more than. Probably gonna put a little more than 6. This can come off now. That's where I steam my crab in. And again, if you haven't heard before, stock is better than broth. late to the show. Stock. I used to try to keep stock in the house because guess what? Broth is just, they use water and meat. The stock is a little heartier because they use the bone and all the extra parts, so you get a little heartier stock. So that's going on with that. While that's starting to heat up, I'm going to hurry up and finish this. Try to shuck my corn, and then I'm going to take this saute pan here with some butter in it, and I'm going to put my veggies in there. Get them a little translucent. I'm going to add my taters in there, my drained stock. Let that boil up a little bit so the potatoes get soft. And lastly, I'm going to add the crab and the corn and the heavy cream. So it's a real easy stuff. I said hi to Kiji already. Again, if you're watching from another page other than Cooking with the Greens and you are typing something, I can't see it. I'm not ignoring you. You have to be on the Cooking with the Greens site for us to be able to respond back to you, okay? Or see what you're typing even. I mean, we'll see it after the broadcast is over, of course. But Cooking with Greens.
The biscuits.
The biscuits here. Did you already brush them? Mm-hmm. Okay, this is what the Cheddar biscuits look like. Let me get a. Can you grab the what's that thing called?
I don't know.
The phone.
Oh.
And that's what they look like here. We already brushed them with the mixture. They smell heavenly. So she's going to put some more in the oven. We're going to sit these over to the side, I guess. You can put that back if you like, babe.
Y'all should see this device. It's a rubber band.
A rubber band attached to an old speaker. That's my holding device for my don't judge me. The mix that you hear in the background is DJ Tony Tone. He was gracious enough to allow us to use his music. He is one of the heavy hitters if you're in the New York, greater New York area on KISS 97.1. He's one of the DJs, DJ Clue, all those guys are heavy hitters. And he allowed me to use his music, so I thank him for that. So I told him I was going to tell people about his website, which is djtonytone.com. djtonytone.com. He has some free mixes up there if you want, and you can follow. If you had guys, we're actually, like I said, we're looking for sponsors. If you have a business or a product and you want to give us something to give away to the people, we're trying to do a giveaway every other or so video. So if you are interested in doing that, and I will give a shout out to your business, your website, whatever it is. And our viewership has gone down a little bit because we moved from my page, like I said before, to this page. But like our last videos, still here, we're getting a few thousand views. Before that, we were as much as 15, 17,000, 9,000. And we're only a couple of weeks doing this, so there's potential for growth. Just want to let you guys know, the people who are supporting us, we will support you. Renee, Ty, you hungry? We are too, Ty. That's where we're cooking. So if you have anything, sort of getting people to join your MLM, that's up to you. You have something that you just want to give. I want. Let's do. You want more corn in it? Yeah. Yeah, just cut it. You're gonna cut the corn off of that, the ears, and then you can pop the. Yeah, you can. No, you. I want the husk.
Family, thank you so much
cob.
for listening this morning.
What?
I'm gonna boil the cob in here. Yes.
So I'm cutting corn off.
Yeah. Just gonna take the knife and go down. I'll do it. Just husk them for me, please, sweetie pie. Tilly, what's going on? Tilly, we already have our second batch of Old Bay biscuits. Our cheddar Old Bay biscuits are about to go into the oven. I steamed and de-shelled about 1.5 pounds of snow crab. I found out the hard way I should have did more than that. But this is going to be more of a shrimp chowder with a little bit of crab in there. Because you know how that happens. You get 1.5 pounds of crab, and by the time you get rid of the shell, you got about 1/2 pound or so of crab meat. So there you go. That's all the shrimp. No, we got one more. It's a shrimpy one in here, a smaller shrimp. So this is 1.5 pounds of shrimp. Nice medium size. This is actually the smallest one, so they weren't too bad. Or you can, you know what? Go ahead and take the frozen shrimp out the bag. It works. It works. Wash my hands so I can show you guys what's going on right now. So this is our mixture of crab shells. Let me get a little so I can move stuff around. Crab shells, shrimp shells, and chicken broth. So I'm gonna let that boil. I'm actually gonna also put the what's this thing called? Corn. The corn cob in here and let that get some flavor in that. I'm gonna drain that out and then we're gonna put, drop something. We're gonna use that liquid in the chowder. Right now my wife is cleaning in, getting the corn. I'm gonna throw the cobs in there. So we're getting it going. So right now I'm gonna set you guys over here while I get the veggies together. Renee said, Ebony said, hey, what's up, Eb? Renee said, have Anita or you ever made bread pudding? She made it for me one time, right?
Once, yeah.
She made it for me because I like bread pudding, and bread pudding is like a ongoing mission. I can't really get a really excellent bread pudding, or I shouldn't say that. I can't get it like my mom used to make it. My mom can't remember how to make it. And she made a really good pudding, very custardy, not real bready like you see with a lot of people. It's just dry bread stuck together and it's sweet. It's like, that's not bread pudding. It's like custardy. The bread was kind of nice and kind of like almost like a inside of the French toast consistency. And then she made like a lemon glaze. I'm going to figure that out. You know me. So let me get, I'm sorry? That's it? That's enough? Okay. I'll leave the pot, like I'll get enough corn. You cut these in half, I'll throw them in the pot. Let's down a little bit. So in the pan, I'm going to take a pan, a saute pan, heat it up a tad. I'm adding a whole stick of butter. The last 2 weeks, we haven't really been on a diet. Yeah, get throw them in there. So we're throwing the corn, the clean corn cobs in there also. Let them come to a boil for maybe 10 minutes or so. Throw that bad boy in there so we get some more flavor. Let me turn it up a bit. And then I'm going to drain that. So in this pan, I'm going to get it hot. Gonna get butter. Gonna get my whole large. Let me taste that. Oh, go good. That was good. Cheddar Biscuits. Good. Tastes like grilled lobster. Can you bring some more biscuits to the table, please? So by the time the food comes, we're not hungry. No, everybody does that. Adding 3 stalks of celery. So we got a stick of butter. We got three stalks of celery. We got 1 large yellow onion. We got 1 large yellow pepper. Throwing all that in there. And we're gonna let that just get a little Steamy.
That's really low.
Hey, I didn't realize I put it that low, sorry. So how's everybody's day going? Can we do shrimp and grits next? Shrimp. Ebony, we did shrimp and grits. Check our videos. We did shrimp and grits. I got checking our videos after we're done here. I don't want you to leave yet. Check our videos after we're through here. And we did a shrimp and grit video. I did the shrimp with chicken broth instead of water. I mean, sorry, the grits. And it was pretty good. It had andouille sausage in it, bacon. Came out really good if I say so myself. And the recipe's there under the picture. So if you want to make it, pretty simple. It's very simple, actually. We're going to let that cook a little bit. When that cooks a little translucent, I'm going to add the potatoes in here. I'm going to drain my broth, which is getting nice. I want the corn to get a little flavor in there. I'm letting them corn cobs boil a little more. I'm going to drain all that off, and that's going to be our base of our chicken broth. So now you're getting a little more flavors. I'm going to let you see it again. It looks like garbage, but it's going to taste great. Oh yeah! So you got the corn cobs in there. I got the shrimp shells. I got the crab shells, and that's just chicken broth. It smells heavenly, actually. We shucked those corn, so we got that corn that's going to go in the soup. I'm going to let that boil a little more so we can get some more flavor out of there. I'm going to squeeze that so I get all the flavor out of the shells and stuff when I drain it. And then I'm going to throw that stuff away. You don't need it. If you got a compost, you can throw it in that. Here's my veggies. They haven't yet started cooking, but they will. I promise. I promise. And then some potatoes, my shrimp. That's my crab, which I underevaluated the weight. So I had to put some more, but I don't want to do it now. It's our trash. That's the corn. There we go. We're putting some more biscuits on here. The biscuit recipe, again, was 2 cups of biscuit mix, 3/4 cup of milk, and a 1/2 cup of grated cheddar cheese, and about 4 pats of butter, or 4 tablespoons of butter. Mix that up. Put it in, put it in 450 in the oven for about 10 minutes. And then you take a mixture of maybe 2 tablespoons of butter, garlic powder, and Old Bay, about a 1/2 tablespoon to a tablespoon of both of those, and brush that over the top. Bam! Old Bay, cheddar. Let's get this. Let's get these Vegemitables cooking here. Oh, Tilly's at work, part-time. Hey, Tilly, at least you have a job. At least you have a job. Thank you, Eb, for checking later. Eb was like, I'm about to leave here. I don't need no shrimp crab chowder. I'm looking for shrimp and grits. But yeah, we did a pretty good job. It came out good. You know, a lot of this stuff we only made a few times. Like,
I never made this.
My wife never made these biscuits. I just pretty much gave her a recipe. Pretty much you can figure a lot of stuff out. A lot of stuff I'll see recipes like that I don't know how to make the thing up, and then I feel obligated to make it my own recipe. I had to change something every time. Not every time I make it, but you know, if I know it's not one of my recipes that I figured out, or my mom gave me, or my wife gave me, but she's the woman with that. I'll add something like this thing. I decided to put the corn cobs in there to do that, and make my own like chicken seafood broth, because the seafood broth that you can buy in the grocery stores also has fish, and I'm kind of allergic to fish. I can have shellfish, but not fish. So if you want to do it, you can throw fish heads and skin and stuff like that in there and make your own seafood broth. It's just warming up enough, my veggies. Abby says she's gonna say Green Renee. Okay, Janelle said, hey auntie, uncle, what's up, Janelle? Alright, hold on, I missed something. Somebody's sick. My husband is fussing at me because I'm sick. Just got home from the hospital, and I want to go to sleep because I enjoy watching y'all cook. Oh, Renee, you know what's going to be here after you. We're going to feel some kind of way if you make yourself feel bad. So if you have to go, I understand. Hey, Janelle, what's up? We are cooking. Janelle, follow her on Instagram. Her and her husband do like healthy cooking, which we do sometimes. You know we do. The Roots, it's like cooking with the roots or roots cooking or something like that. She'll probably tell you on Instagram. And that's my niece, my sister's daughter. So yeah, our family likes to burn every once in a while. Renee said I meant to say just from the hospital, not hot from the hospital. I thought it was hot from the hospital too. Let me put you guys back here. And then we're gonna I'm going to turn off my broth and drain that while this bad boy is cooking here. So it should be really good. A little higher because that's not really cooking fast enough. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'll use this actually. For draining the stuff out.
Ready to go already?
Yeah, it doesn't take long. Smells heavenly. Smells heavenly. Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is I had 6 cups of chicken broth. I added all my shrimp shells. I added all my crab shells. I added my corn cob in there. Let it boil for maybe, it's been boiling probably 15 minutes now. I'm going to drain all that stuff out, keep the liquid. Okay?
Hey.
What's up, baby?
You're not going to be late.
Not that late. So I'm going to attempt to do this. If you see a lot of steam or screaming, it's me getting burned. Okay?
I was going to show it on camera. Hold on.
Oh, you can.
That's what I just asked you.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Let me turn this off so nobody gets burnt.
Should I turn around? Oh,
no, you can turn around till like that.
Oh, I didn't do it.
Okay. So we're just taking all the stuff, all the good stuff that was in there, and we're gonna use this again to cook this stuff in. So I'm gonna wipe this out really quick. I don't want any shells and residue. All the rest of that stuff is staying there, and that's flavor crystals. We believe in flavor crystals. So, you know what? Like this. Lift it up a little bit. Push it all through real good. Try to get all the liquid out of that.
Don't do it too much, you might get shells in it.
No, I won't. Just trying to get all those. Okay. Nice. Throw this away. Now, I'm just going to pour this back in here. So there we go. We got a chicken seafood broth there. Our veggies are starting to get where I wanted them to get, a little more.
When did you cut that meat up, bro? Kielbasa?
Yes. And we're also putting kielbasa in here. So we're going to cut some of that up in there. So it's going to be a nice and hearty. Let me turn you guys around so you're not pointing to the back here. There we go. Again, the mix. I gotta promote people who promote me, who help us out. The mix you hear in the background, if you actually can hear it, is DJ Tony Tone. He's on 97.1 in the New York area. He allowed us to use some of his mixes for our show. He's one of the heavy hitters, if you know about the DJ group, Heavy Hitters. Got a lot of the legends in DJing. He happens to be one of the newer ones. He's a gospel DJ, and he plays, you know, regular music too. But that's where he started. His website is www.djtonytone.com. So check him out, download some of his mixes. He has some nice stuff, and support him. We had actually a sponsor for the night, but for some why we didn't connect. They're gonna do a giveaway, and we didn't get in touch with them in time. They haven't contacted us yet. So instead, I'm gonna give away one of my throwback Create tees to one of you guys. If you guys don't mind, if you wear a large or an extra large, I'll show you guys the tee in a second, and we'll just mail it to you for just supporting us. How you better like that? Every once in a while, like I said, every couple of videos, we're gonna do a giveaway. Might be just random stuff. We gave away one that we weren't cooking in. We had Ken Grow actually won a t-shirt too. Was it before we went to Virginia or right after? And we'll probably be doing stuff like putting the potatoes in here now. We're gonna be doing stuff like maybe gift cards and whatever else we can get that people who are sponsoring us who want us to give them a shout out to their business or product. We'll do that and give to you guys. So you get a little something back for supporting us and sharing and things like that. So I got the potatoes in here. We're going to get a little liquid on that. So most of the liquid I'm going to put in here and just let boil so the potatoes get a little soft. Let me show you guys. So that was all the veggies. I let it get translucent. I threw in the potatoes here, and I threw our chicken seafood brothy kind of base in there, and I'm gonna let that boil until the potatoes get a little soft. Okay? We gotta check our second batch of cheddar biscuits. Oh, they're not done. All right. So right now we're cutting up some kielbasa.
I already did it. It's over there in the bowl.
Oh, it's already in the bowl. So we got a little kielbasa. We got shrimp.
They gotta cook it.
And we got crab. So.
Should I have more?
No, nothing's cooked right now, buddy.
It's cool. It's raw.
Yeah, Janelle's Instagram is Good Roots Cooking, so follow her. Anisha has shipped me some food. Anisha, by the time you get it, not gonna be that good, is all I'm saying. I'm gonna let this boil a bit. So just to review, first thing I did was get 1.5 pounds of crab. If you like it more crabby and you can afford crab, which I obviously could, I bought a box. I should have used more. As you see, 1.5 pounds of crab shelled is not a lot of crab. And 1.5 pounds of shrimp is a lot more, as you see. So I got those. Actually, I might cut those shrimps in half so everybody gets like a little bite-sized piece. That might be a good idea. I might actually dice them. I shelled those, took the shells and put them in a pan, a pot. To that pot, I added about 6 cups of chicken broth, chicken stock I used. I took about 2, did you use 2 ear of corn or 1 bag, or 3? 2 ear of corn. Just kind of cleaned them, because we're going to use that corn in the soup, and threw the husks in there. So now I have all the stuff cooking in the chicken broth to kind of infuse some of the flavors. Drain that out. In another pan, I diced up a whole yellow onion, a whole yellow pepper, about 3 stalks of celery, and kind of cook that up till it's translucent. Got 2 large baking potatoes. Dice that up and cut it into little cubes and threw that in there with some of the liquid. Most of the liquid actually is in there. And we're gonna boil that till the potatoes get a little softer, just a little softer. Once that's done, I'm gonna probably transfer it all back to this larger. Actually, I can do that now if I want to. I think I might do that. Well, I'm gonna transfer it back to the larger because we're gonna add more things to it. I'm gonna add the shrimp. I'm sorry. I'm gonna add the cream. So I'm gonna use a quart of heavy cream in there. Throw that in there. This is where you would add jalapeno or something like that if you wanted to. You can pop that. I'm probably going to do a couple of shakes of paprika and chili powder, just a couple of shakes in there. And then we're going to throw in the corn. We're going to throw in, the quart of heavy cream. We're going to let that boil a bit. We're going to throw in the crab meat and the shrimp. And it's going to be done. You can garnish it. We already have the potatoes done. So just guys, Janelle, thank you. I'm just giving you guys a review that missed all of our prepping. We're gonna let that cook a little bit. Let's turn up a tad more. I'm gonna attempt to pour all this into here and allow it to do that in here. Actually, no. Let's wait a second. I don't feel like spilling everything all over everywhere. So how's everybody doing? Thanks for watching, by the way. I gotta figure out how we're gonna give away this shirt. Babe, you have any ideas? Yep, she said. She's washing dishes back there. So, let me think. I'll tell you what. Everybody that wants to win it, share the video to a page or a group or whatever, and we're gonna do a eeny, meeny, miny, mo afterwards, and I'll make a real short video to say who won. How about that? To make it random, you know. I'm gonna pick a number like, or maybe I'll pick a number like 15 or 30, and if it's 5 people shared it, I'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then whatever that number a person stops on, they win. Leslie, what's going on? We're kind of got a lull in the cooking right now. I was just announcing that we're gonna do a giveaway today. It's gonna be just a T-shirt on one of my older styles. Not an older, it's actually pretty new style. It's just an older style shirt. It's in a larger, beefier tee. I'm gonna pick a number, and we're asking everybody to share. You can share to your page, another page, whatever like that. And everyone that shared, we're gonna add to the drawing. Let's say that. And it's gonna be a random drawing. It's not gonna be like, oh, they shared more, they shared first or third. I'm just gonna pick a random number. If like 5 of you, like I was just explaining, if 5 of you shared, and I picked number 27. I'm going to just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, till, and that number, whatever that number is, will win, and we'll notify you guys. Again, only in this style, I only have, I should show you the shirt. In this style, I only have large and extra large on hand, so I'll show you. Give me a second. Squeaky babe. This is the shirt. This is pretty big. I think this is a extra large, so they're a large shirt. It's like a style we kind of got away from. Most of our shirts fit kind of like this now, so. But I still have some on hand. We will give one of those away to one lucky viewer. Biscuits just came out, the second batch of biscuits. And our veggies and our sauce are cooking down a bit. The taters are quite firm still. It's going to take a little while for the taters to get a little softer. But the potatoes are also going to infuse some starch in there, so it's going to thicken up a bit. Yeah. Leslie, I said yo too, I think. I already just said yo. Old people. So yeah, it's a real simple thing. It's good, it's hearty. You stick to the ribsy, because it's a cream of soup. It's a bit, you know, a bisque, if you will, or a chowder. So it's pretty simple. It's good thing. How's everybody's doing today? How's the day? How was you guys Memorial Day weekend? We were away Memorial Day weekend, and we went to Virginia Beach. If you didn't hear, Virginia Beach in Norfolk area, saw our grands. While I'm sitting here just waiting, I'm gonna chop up some of the shrimp, which might be smart. Should I chop up the shrimp or just cut it in half? All right. I'm doing it now, baby girl. Thank you. Thank you for helping, though. Just so we got more pieces, you know. I don't want that person to get in there. You know how that person always gets in something and they just take out all the meat out of something, like a stew. They drag down the bottom, so everybody, all they have is soup. We actually have people like that in our family, so just trying to give everybody an equal chance. Nice size shrimp. I mean, they're probably a medium. I took the shell and boiled that in my chicken broth along with the crab shell and the corn cob. So we got some more flavor in there. And this is just 1.5 pounds. You're gonna up it if you feel like, oh, we need more meat in our chowder. But I think this is gonna do us well. The crab, I definitely would have upped a little more. I bought a whole box. It was like 99 bucks. I actually had a friend of mine who wants half of it, so she's coming to pick up that. But I had plenty of crab, is what I'm saying. I don't know why I just did 1.5 pounds. I just.
We're gonna have crab night one night.
Yeah, hear that? My wife said we're gonna have a crab night one night today. Maybe we'll do crabs. Oh look, I missed the shrimp shell. Maybe we'll do a crab night Saturday, baby, when we have people coming over. How about that?
I'm not sure. We'll see.
Oh, she said, let's see. I'm showing 2 of my paintings tonight at the art show. Anisha, congratulations. Is it a big art show or a lot of people, something local? That's big.
Congratulations.
So, my wife said congratulations, Anisha. So do you get a chance to show, or are these like potential, buyers, or it's just like a showing, like a museum type thing? Denise Williams said, I just barbecued and relaxed on Memorial Day. Oh, and watch y'all President MK. Your president make us look like fools. Yeah, I actually got to the point where I don't really watch him. I just wait for the news to tell me what he did, because I'm going to believe it all. It used to be like, oh man, I ain't see that. I don't know if that happened. I believe it all. If he said he did some really, I can't even say off the wall stuff, because everything seems to have been off the wall so far. But you know what they say, cafefe to you all, guys. At this point, I would just cafefe, you know. Everything's not cafefe like you. He like pootie tang, you know. Tippy tie cafefe. My damn it. He's a weird dude. He's our elected official, though. You know? We got shrimp going back in here. I'm going to chop up our freaking crab a little more, because then I feel a little like I didn't do well taking the right amount of crab out of the freezer. Yeah, chives. We're going to put... Actually, you know what? That was my bad. I should have told you to cut some chives up to put in the biscuits.
What?
Yeah, too late now though, but it's okay.
That's what it was for?
No, I can also put it on the top and in the soup. It's onion. You can't go wrong with it. No bad uses for onions. You hear me? chives, shallots, anything in the onion family. Red onion, yellow onion, don't even matter. You heard? Yeah, so the chives, actually I was going to add chives to the biscuit mixture, and I forgot to tell her, so my bad. Oh, just local, she said. Then he said, yes, crabs. Yeah, I got like a 10 pound box, and only took 1.5 pounds out like a retard. I shouldn't say retard, that's not PC. Like a special guy. So, we could always use more crab, but, you know, I'm too far along now. I don't want to go steam some, and then clean them, and then put them, so we're going to have whatever amount of crab. The potatoes are just starting to get soft a little bit. I'm going to let it boil a little bit more. A tad more. Actually, I'm going to cover that. I have a frying pan cover. Perfect. That's gonna help it cook a little quicker too. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Michael Rockette say, we cooking now. Hi. Hashtag hi. What you guys cooking, Mike? You know, we all down for cooking. Share your recipe. I share my recipes. All my recipes I share. So this is gonna be written out, guys. As soon as I decide not to get lazy and do it. I'll probably do it while I'm sitting in bed. We're going to add a little kielbasa. You don't have to add any other kind of meat other than your shrimp and your crab. But we're going to do that because it's going to bring a little smoky flavor to it. Got water already. That's just water. I'm not burning anything. I made a little chicken broth and how would I call that? Crab and shrimp shell. I threw that in there in the chicken broth, boiled that along with the corn cob. So that's got a nice flavor to it, I'm sure. And then I'm going to season it after we get all the stuff in. I know you guys are like, he didn't put no salt in it. He didn't do that. I like to do it a little bit at a time when I'm ready to taste it. And then again if I need to add. So I don't try to put it all in at one time. The Cheddar Old Bay biscuits are delicious. I just had a piece of one my wife gave me. So if you guys don't have smell-o-vision, you don't know how good it smells in here right now. Mike Raquel said, Dr. Green's Kitchen and Things. Good name for your book. Ah, smart. Ashes. All my recipes are other people's recipes. You know what? Everybody's recipes, all people. Like, I didn't think one day, hey, I should invent, you know, unless you invented something. It's kind of everybody, even chefs, they learn the basics. They learn basic things like, you know, chowder and how to make it. That's because there's a strict way to make it. I usually deviate a little bit. If you notice, I always do a little something different in each recipe, even if it's like a classic recipe.
You need this?
Yeah, I'm gonna end up cooking everything. I'm gonna try to transfer it all in there because I still have to add a quart of milk and all the meat and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
You need that, right?
Yes, I do.
Let me wipe that off. It looks like some liquid got there. Again, if you're listening, we had a DJ here in the New York metropolitan area. One of the heavy hitters was kind enough to allow us to use one of his mixes. So that's what you hear in the background. It's a gospel mix that he played on Mother's Day, I think. Yeah, Mother's Day, he just said Sunday. So he's one of the heavy hitters on 97.1 FM in the Norfolk area. Norfolk, Jesus. Where are we at? In the New York, New Jersey metropolitan area. His name is DJ Tony Tone. Check his website out. It's DJ TONYTONE. I think he has a show Sunday morning on Hot 97, and he might do some night stuff also. Ashley said, hey Anisha, this sounds good. It really does. Enjoy, sounds great. Jessica, Anisha says Derek and his wife are cooking. Yes, I is. Michael said, yeah, like who dug a tater up and said, yep, I'm frying it. Right. Like, who's the first person that went under a cow and said, you know what, I'm going to suck on whatever comes out of those breasts. You know, you gotta think about a lot of stuff. The reason why we did. Right now, we're gonna have a moment of silence for everybody that tasted something that was poisonous, so we know it's poisonous. Okay, it's over. That's the other thing. Like, we know that stuff is not good for us because somebody had to have tried it. They had to be like, skull and crossbones. No, of course they didn't have that. Let me see how that tastes. And they passed out, and everybody else like, don't do what he just did, right, babe? You don't think about stuff like that. So one more moment of silence. Good, we're good. That's all I'm saying. A lot of stuff we take for granted. I guess is what I'm saying. Like, oh yeah, you can't eat that. But how do you know you can't eat it? Because somebody ate it. Oh my God, I want these potatoes to get a little bit softer. They're getting a little soft, but not soft enough for me. I don't want a crunchy tater. They're almost there. Denise said, right. Mike said, sorry, bro. Sorry, you were that poison. You were that poison old greens. Margaret, am I lying? You never think about stuff like that. You like, we know, like, oh, don't take that. No, people don't eat that. Why? Because we probably were like, you know, babies put everything in their mouth, in their every mouth. The baby will be like, oh no. Everything. That's their fingers in their eyes, in their mouth. Let me put this in the sink. I licked that. But some adults were out there doing that. Be like, oh, wonder how this tastes. That looks like I eat. Not a good idea, Steve. You're dead now. So, who ate the first mushroom? And then who figured out which mushrooms are poisonous? How about that, Mike? You know what I'm saying? Well, we're getting the potatoes softened. We got our vegetables getting nice and soft.
Why you put the corn in?
I'm going to put that in after I put it all in there. Because no real reason. I can put them in whatever. We still have the corn that we husked. If you want more corn than that, you can put more corn in there. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Wait a little bit. I'm going to throw all this kielbasa in now. As the potatoes are just starting to get a little bit soft. They're not soft enough for me yet. Thank you, babe. You gotta remember, you're getting all the flavors from that smoked meat, from the corn. The corn's gonna help it a little thicken up a little bit too. From the celery, from the onion, from the pepper. I revised a little bit, especially with putting the corn, making the little stock with the throwaway pieces. I'm gonna put a little cream of mushroom, put a can of cream of mushroom soup in there. I mean cream of celery, soup in there. So it's gonna help it thicken up a little bit, and it's gonna help it flavor a little bit. And I probably won't have to put that much seasoning other than Old Bay in there. And the meat and stuff that we're using is flavorful. So it's gonna be good. Probably, Mike said probably a lot of poison babies back in the day. Well, I'm hoping, yeah, babies are probably going to eat the stuff anyhow. They probably thought an evil spirit took it away or something like that. Like a tree demon or some kind of plant something, the plant god. But I'm hoping that they taste it and then they let the kid taste it. So by that time, if the adult was dead, my wife right now is cooking fish for my daughter. I'm going to let you see that because she can't eat shrimp. So, babe, what are you doing now? What kind of fish are you making?
Just whiting.
Got some whiting fillets. And what do you
A fish fry. I bought a fish fry.
Oh, she actually bought a fish fry, so she didn't make
lazy.
what is it, like cornmeal and flour and stuff like that, and some seasoning. So you can make your own stuff. It's like,
I usually make my own.
Cornmeal, a little bit of flour, a little bit of Old Bay.
And garlic powder.
Garlic powder. She bought some because she said she was just throwing something together.
I'm being lazy today. I'm tired.
She seasoned, as you can see, the fish first.
With some Old Bay.
She breaded it with some Old Bay on there, that's all. and then she's fried it. So that's so my other daughter who can't eat shellfish has something for dinner. So, FYI, we always like cooking something. I didn't even know she was doing that. She's like, we got a second meal going on in here. So for everyone that was late, I said we got 54 people so far, at least on this page watching it. Who knows what they're watching on the other pages? We're making, we made Old Bay Cheddar Biscuits. To do that, and again, I'm going to type all this stuff out. So we took 2 cups of Biscuit mix. Or you can use, I think Aunt Jemima makes one that you can use for baking and for making pancakes.
My Biscuit is too.
Yeah, and Biscuit of course is too if you don't know that. We took 2 cups of that. To that we added 3/4 cup of milk, a half a cup of shredded cheddar cheese, and about 4 pats of butter or 4 tablespoons of butter. Yeah, you mix all that together, and you make little. They don't have to be beautiful because they're biscuits. You just take them. I'll show you a picture of them actually while I'm talking. Turn around. You take those and you make a little ball out of it, and put them on 450 for nice and golden brown, baby. Put them for 450 for about 10 minutes. They're actually cooked quickly. And then once they come out, you take 2 tablespoons of butter, about a half to a tablespoon of onion powder. I'm sorry, garlic powder, and about a half to a tablespoon of Old Bay. Mix that up, and then you brush it over while they're hot. It's gonna taste like Red Lobster's biscuits. So bam, bam, bam. So let's see what this looks like. Check my taters out, make sure they're nice. Still haven't added cream and stuff to that. That's the rest of my broth. I'm gonna add my shrimp. Still haven't added that, and the corn. That's the cake my wife made the other day. You see what happens to cake in one day here? One day. That's one day eating a cake, less than 24 hours ago. Now let me turn this back around. And check my potatoes again. Oh, that smells heavenly. That smells good. Oh yeah, our potatoes are starting to break down enough that I can start. Now this is going to be the fun part right here. I'm going to try to get everything in the big pot without spilling stuff. Baby, what's the best way I can do this?
What you trying to do, honey?
To get all this in here.
Oh.
Is this going to be good?
Go in the pot.
I'm going to get the liquid out first. Alright, I'm doing, transferring all this stuff to this boiling. All the veggies, the yellow pepper, the onion, and the taters. Putting that in the remaining bit of our chicken, excuse me, of our chicken seafood broth that we made. Now what I'm going to do is add the corn, where did I put the corn? And that's just 2 ears of corn. You can put more if you want. Not really a guideline to this. I used the corn cob that I had from these corn. I boiled them in the chicken stock along with the shells from the crab and the shrimp. To kind of give you some flavor and to thicken up. We got that. I'm putting the crab and the shrimp in last. I'm letting this come to a boil. And then I'm going to add the cream first before I do that. I'm actually going to do the cream now. Let's do that. It hasn't boiled yet.
You need to let it boil for you. Where's the cream and celery soup? Put that in there. Right here. Heavy cream, always good to have that in the house, especially if you make sauces
My sous chef Anita said let that boil first, so I'm gonna let that boil. She's serious. She's the boss. Cake doesn't have a very good shelf life around my house either. I'm telling you. Two things happen here. We eat all the cake in like 2-3 days, or we eat some of the cake and then we throw it away next week. One or the other. One or the other. That's gonna be so good. That right there is gonna be so good, guys. Y'all don't even understand. They don't even have the cream in it, and it smells and looks great. Matter of fact, I'm gonna test it a little bit. Yeah, she needs to take that off now.
No, wait.
What? Yeah, put some paper on that for me, please. This is the stuff I can't eat. I'm not handling it, so I should be all right. Sure. My daughter Jen.
She does be in her cage. Why? What did she do? No.
Oh, it smells good already, man. I'm telling you, I'm not even gonna add like Old Bay and stuff like that to it yet. It smells great. Fish coming out. Does she have more to put in? Yeah. Put in for it. Didn't take long, as you can see. So I need to get this to a boil. I'm gonna add a quart of milk to that. So again, the recipe for the chowder was we took I'm gonna tell you what we did. We got a whole onion, we got a whole pepper, we got 3 stalks of celery, we have a quart of heavy cream, we have about 6 cups of chicken broth, we have about 1.5 pounds of shrimp, we got 1.5 pounds of snow crab, or whatever crab you want to use in there. You can buy crab in a can, but it's kind of expensive. And corn. You got about 2 ears of corn. You can put a can of corn in there if you want. And about 2 large potatoes diced up. And that's it. And seasoned. You got your chowder. The biscuits were 2 cups of biscuit mix. 3/4 cup of milk. 4 teaspoons of butter. And then that's it. And then you brush it up with some butter, some garlic powder, and some Old Bay. That's it. So now, starting to get boiling. Now I'm going to start testing it by, shout out the name of the background music again. Okay, this right here is DJ Tony Tone. He's one of the heavy hitters. They're famous DJs in this area that are on Hot 97. His website is djtonytone.com. He was kind enough to allow us to use his music. I had to hit him up and ask him if it was allowable, and he said, "Sure, man." And I know him from a while back before he was a heavy hitter, and I did some of his CD covers. So we got a little bit of history. But yeah, he's good. I think he's the first gospel DJ that they have, and he got really hot stuff, as you can see. If you listen to gospel music, if you don't, I think he also does regular R&B mixes. So, you know what, Mike? That's a good idea. You could use buttermilk for that biscuit recipe. I bet that is good. I wish I would have thought of that, man. Mike asked a good question. He said that Mike Raquette. He said, could you use buttermilk for that?
For what?
The biscuit. That would probably been good.
Yeah, but you have to make sure you put baking soda and stuff in there because buttermilk is heavy. But yeah, it tastes really good.
You hear that?
You put buttermilk on fried chicken? Oh my God, you make the best
hear
fried
that, Mike?
chicken.
She knows better than me. Casey said she wished she could smell it too.
Hey, baby.
Yeah, so DJ Tony Tone, he has some mixes you can download for free. This is one of the mixes that he did. So he's got some good music. Gospel is underrated, man. If you like any kind of music and you listen to gospel, if they have any style of music. So I have that, not to cut you off, I have that boiling nice to a nice roll. I'm going to add let me let you guys see it. I'm going to add my heavy cream in there. I'm adding a whole quart. So nice roll there. Got the meat, got corn, got all the veggies in there, got the taters rolling around in there. So I'm going to add this in here. Heavy cream. Kind of mix it. It's going to lower the temp a little bit, so I'm going to have to bring it to a boil again. And this is when I usually start tasting it and everything like that. Oh, this is another one of my personal revisions. I'm going to add a can of cream of celery. It's going to give it a little flavor and it's going to thicken it up a little more. So I'm going to add a can of cream of celery mix soup. You can get that anywhere. That's another reason why I haven't seasoned it, because I know this has a flavor and the seasonings and salts and stuff like that already in it. So I don't want to I don't like over seasoning anything. But I've done that before and put a lot of stuff in there, and then it was too late. You can't do anything about it. It's just over seasoning. You either got to water the stuff down or just eat it super salty or super spicy or anything like that. And as far as spices, I'm just going to put, just for a little kick, a little chili powder and a little paprika, just a little. If you want more, then go ahead and do that. And then Old Bay seasoning, which if you cook, number one, if you're from the Chesapeake area like we were, you keep Old Bay seasoning in your house. But if you don't, start doing it.
Hey, hard butt, you better do that shit.
This daughter just smacked my booty. This daughter just smacked my booty and brought me hard butt.
Good game, coach. Good game.
Good game, coach. We're gonna let that cook a little bit. I'm gonna add the crab meat in here. I wish I would have took more than a pound and a half of crab out. I could have used at least 3 or 4 pounds in here. Then I would have ended up with like 2. So we got that in here. We're gonna have to let that reduce a lot and thicken up. I'm gonna add the shrimp last. I'm about to taste it now just to see how the seasoning tastes. Keeping in mind that it's not done. Oh, a big round spoon here we got. Very creamy. Now I can start getting my flavor down.
You finish all this so I can watch this stuff?
You can, yes ma'am.
Not this?
Yeah, I'll keep this. And thank you, babe. Get yourself a wife. They're real handy. They're always there for you. Sometimes if you don't feel like cooking, they'll cook. They even give you this thing like a basket you can put in your closet. You can throw your underwear, and if you come back, magically they're all back in your drawer. Get yourself a wife, ladies and men. Get yourself a wife. One of my best investments, man. Get yourself a wife. So let me get. You still have the Old Bay out, babe? Old Bay. I'll put a little onion and garlic powder in there. That's okay. We got onion powder in here too, right? Here's the garlic powder right here. Put this bad boy up here. I'm going to get a little paprika and a teeny bit of chili powder. Just a little bit. If I can find it. I just had it out when I made chili. Yeah, I made chili the other day with it. That's why I'm just like, I know we have it. There it is. All right. So now, this is the interesting part where you don't want to. That screaming person is my granddaughter. You don't want to overdo any of this stuff because once you do that, you can't go back. So taste often if you need to. Garlic, I'm not too afraid of because garlic can't mess anything up in my book. If We have a garlic candy. Sign a brother up. Just a little onion powder. A little garlic powder in there so far. A little chili powder. A little paprika. Or you can use real jalapenos if you're like that family that, you know, likes the serious kick. And of course, gots to have the Old Bay. Gots to have the Old Bay. That's going to salt it up a little bit too. And give it that distinctive seafood kick. Let me mix this up.
Why don't you use it on the shoulders?
Taste it again. I can always add more. That's why I try not to go too far. Like,
What do you think?
again, this is going to thicken up. Flavors are going to infuse. Get something else to taste with.
Alright, I'm going to
That's good.
Those are all biscuits we got.
What she says she wants. You got there. My household is coming through eating all the biscuits. We're not going to have biscuits for dinner. They're good, right?
Yeah.
What do it taste like?
It tastes like
It tastes like. Ain't they time?
They're like my second biscuit.
That's your second biscuit, but they taste all right. We looks like we're not going to have any
I ate the half of one that
Cheddar Old Bay biscuits.
I ate that.
That was mine.
And I'm eating this now, too. You didn't put the shrimp in it yet?
I'm ready to.
No, take some out. Put it in a separate pot.
got fish.
Yeah. Don't put no shrimp in there.
No, it has shrimp shells, remember? I made the broth with that. You can't have it. Ah, good. So I'm going to add the shrimp in here now.
I'm already tired. Am I doing this?
It's because my daddy never thinks about
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Facebook, my dad never think about me when he cooking. He always making stuff with shrimp that he know I can't have.
That's because we making a shrimp dish?
No, because Facebook, my dad don't love me.
Hey, whatever. I got extra daughters, so I'm just saying.
You hear Facebook?
I got 4. I got 4 daughters.
I'm one of the good daughters, and he don't love me.
I got 4 daughters just in case I didn't. I ended up not loving one of them. So
My dad don't love me, Facebook.
I was like, you know what? Let's have 4 daughters. So
No love.
what if one of them, you know,
No love.
she can't eat shrimp, and
No love.
you know, we don't want to give her some love some days.
This some bull.
So
Stop talking like
that's good.
All the love and affection I get this guy is how he treats
all
me.
this shit.
We just need to have that boiled down a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna boil it down a little bit, and I'm gonna also
Okay.
put a little cornstarch in it.
Okay, no, it's that.
Starch it up.
It's out.
That doesn't happen.
We have a little bit. We need to buy some more though.
It's out.
So this is gonna be very good. It's kind of watery, but I'm gonna let you guys see it. Let's see what we're working with. It's a big. You can see the pieces in here. I'm gonna let that boil down, thicken up. You see the crab in there, mixed up in there with the corn. You gotta get a lot thicker than this, definitely. So I'm gonna let it boil a little bit. It's not gonna thicken up enough for me. I can tell you already because I got a lot of liquid in there.
You want to put up? You think this will help?
I'm gonna end up putting some cornstarch and water in there and thicken it up slowly. Remember, always taste as much as possible and go back and season. Don't over season. Don't put all your seasoning in at one time. Let me see. All that noise, I'm sorry, I apologize to my family. They are loud and they live here. And they don't have a problem with coming in while I'm cooking. Mike Roquette said he got buttermilk in his fridge at all times. He drinks it every day.
Yeah, really?
Ew, Mike, you a communist. Dorothy, guys, always got my back. Williams, share my video. Again, for those who are just coming on, we're going to give away a t-shirt from my company, Create Tees. If you want to check that out, I don't know why I'm not promoting my own stuff too. It's we have a patron page, which means it's a crowdfunded t-shirt company. I do all the graphics. And you can give little as $1. It comes out every month, $3, $5, whatever. Based on your level that you're giving, you get free stuff. We're trying to increase them now, but like say you get $5, you get maybe a T-shirt and a hat. You know, a year. You can pick which one you want. You get discounts. You might get 25% off anything you buy. Just right now I have a special. Anyone, I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram or anything like that. Anyone that actually is a patron, so if they give $1, they give $3. We have a patch hat that I did. It's got a big patch with a Create logo here and a one here. We have it in gray and black, and it's $22. But if you are one of the patrons that help us, you know, fund everything, it's only $8 for you guys. And anything else you buy, you get percentages off. You know, you get $10 a month, $25, $5, whatever you want to do. So the website is www.patreon.com. So it's patreon.com/createes. CRE8TEES. So it's patreon.com. If somebody wants to type that in, I appreciate it. /createes. CRE8TEES. So I appreciate that. And that's my graphic tee company. This is getting nice, man. Yeah, I'm gonna want to thicken it up a little bit. I'm gonna taste it a little again. My music stopped, but that's okay.
Yeah, why does it keep doing that?
I'll probably that playlist just actually stopped, and I actually probably have to start something else. But this is probably going to be done soon. Ah, that's so good. Oh, the sweet corn's coming through. And a little more. Okay, gotta add some more. I need a little more of what's really being nice on the Old Bay. That's very good. It's very good. Potatoes, it's starchy. I can taste it. It's a little starchy. I just wanted to thicken up a little bit, but it's good. Very good.
We make a lot of dishes.
Yeah, we make a lot of dishes because we cook everything. We're showing everything. Normally we wouldn't be doing that. I'm gonna chop up some of these chives and put them in here, and I'm also gonna garnish with it. So let me do that real quick.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. You gosh?
Oh my gosh. These are all clean.
You gosh? Oh, you gosh? Not your gosh, babe. Chop some of these bad boys out real quick.
I'm done doing dishes.
Just for color. It's not going to give too much flavor because it's just a little green in there. Because you're not going to see the green of the celery.
Alright, I want to see that.
Yep, I'll bring you up your chowder when we're done, babe. Chopped a bunch of chives in there. Give me a little color. And a tad bit of flavor. Not going to hurt nothing. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. So like where that's going. And like where that's going. That looks good. I'm just gonna thicken it up a little bit now. So what I'm gonna do is take a she's getting ready to Old Bay's slap you. I'm going to get myself a little, hopefully I still have some. My wife said we might be out. I'm going to get a little cornstarch and thicken this up a tad. And if you don't know about cornstarch, you're going to learn today. Oh, please don't be no more cornstarch left. That would not be good. That would not be good. Come on, cornstarch, where you at? The deal with cornstarch is you just take yourself, you add it to some water. There's a little bit. Oh man, it's very little. Very little. Yeah, very little cornstarch left in here. I'm going to use a little bit of cornstarch that I have left, and it's not going to be enough for me. Just to help thicken up. And the deal with cornstarch is you add water to it, or the liquid from whatever you're cooking. Mix it in there and pour it in and mix it slowly. It helps the starch. That's all. The other reason why I used the corn cob was to use the starch from the corn to help thicken it up a little bit. So I'm going to attempt to pour a little in this can, as it technically is very little. And I'm going to mix that up and then pour it in there. Like a very little bit of cornstarch left on the bottom of this can. And you know what's going on my list. Cornstarch! Get that. And you do this because if you just pour it into the sauce, you get lumps. And you don't want lumps. Who wants lumps? Who wants lumps in their soups or sauces or gravies? You can also do flour, you're right. So I'm actually might have to do that. I'm gonna gauge it after I get this in here though. And it boils for a little bit. But don't you worry, it will be a little thickened up. So, but that pretty much is going to be it other than plating it once I get this done, guys. It's pretty simple. Of course, we make a lot because we got a lot of people eating. We eat the leftovers, of course. And this can sit in your fridge. I don't know how well a chowder can freeze. Not really sure about that. Let me see if I can get some music going since all my music seemed to have stopped.
If music stopped a while ago.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention.
Just like you don't pay attention to me. I'm sad, Daddy.
That's okay.
I'm sad.
I'm believing in you. I think you're gonna
Love
live.
you.
So let's do the old flour trick. Since my cornstarch, I'm not crazy about doing the flour because you know what happens. You start tasting like flour, and I don't want that taste in there. Then you have to adjust it, and you got to adjust the taste and everything so much. That you mess up your sauce system. And I don't want to do that. I don't feel like doing that. I don't want to mess nothing up. I'm just going to mix this up. I'll take the place of my my cornstarch, which is the easy way to thicken up a sauce. Never just mix the dry stuff in there because you're going to get clumps. A lot of times you're going to get clumps if you do it like this, but you get a lot less clumps, put it like that. A little thickening in here. I think that's going to boil down good. The other reason why you use some of the liquid from what you're cooking is so you don't get that real floury taste. I don't think we're going to have a problem with this. I lost my sous chef, guys. Somebody said I love that watch. Yeah, this watch, I collect weird watches. I probably have about 40 or so. If it's strange, I'll get it. This I actually saw, I didn't get from my regular places. I actually saw this on eBay. Not eBay, I'm sorry. I'm lying right now. I saw this on Groupon. And it said 90% off. Of course, it wasn't 90% off. Because I only paid $9.99 for this watch. So, $9.99 for the watch. If it was 90% off, it would have been like almost $1,000. Guess what? I don't believe that. But it's still a nice watch. It's sturdy. Got a halfway decent band on it. 3 time zones. I put them all in the same time. I don't know if you can see that. And people ask me, what's the 3 times? I always say, this is today, that's yesterday this time, and this is tomorrow this time. And they always go like, huh? They don't get it for a second. Like, dude, it's just all the same time. That's all. All right, I'm going to taste this again. Yes, baby girl, what's up? You want to say hi? Come on, say hi.
Hi.
Hi. This is my granddaughter. This is granddaughter 11.
Hi.
Say hi. Say hi. Say my name is Marie. Can you say my name is Marie?
Car.
A car. A car, guys. A car.
A truck.
A truck. A truck. How you like that?
What the truck?
Right. Say bye.
What the truck?
You want the truck?
Bye.
Say bye-bye.
Bye.
Say love you.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, come on down, baby girl. Ah, love you. Give a kiss. Give a kiss. Mwah! Yummy. Yum, yum, yum. Yummy.
Oh
Yeah, that's my grand.
no.
3 of our grands actually live here. They're moving out soon, though. But we have 3 grands that live here with us, with Pop and Mom. So, oh, this is actually thickening up, okay. I would wish it would be a little thicker, but it'll be okay. So what we're gonna do? Taste this a little again before I. You want to taste it? I need a little. I think I need more Old Bay.
Oh, really?
Yep. You need any more?
A little more elbow, yeah.
A little more Old Bay. The sous chef says a little more Old Bay, so that's what we're gonna do.
Should have put more potatoes in that.
Yeah, we should put it. It would help this thicken up a lot more too.
That's good. That's good.
Yep. See, good thing I got her here. You see that? That's good. That's good. That's good. Plus, my grandbaby said it's
She
good.
said it's yummy.
She said it's yummy, even though she didn't taste it.
It's yummy.
Yummy, 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 yummy. Everybody's saying it's yummy. All right. I want that to thicken up a little bit. Oh, that's good. That's good. So, what I'm going to do, cream of celery. And I add 1 more can. Cream of soups are the secret ingredient in a lot of gravies. Even my wife uses like a cream of chicken when she makes a chicken gravy, especially if she wants to spread it up a little more, or cream of celery. We use cream of celery in a lot of things. It's good to put. You can make a cool chicken dish with just getting chicken cutlets or even bone-in chicken and laying it out on a cooking pan. Maybe I'll do a video one day of that. Laying it out on the cooking pan and then seasoning it a little bit and smothering it with that stuff. Either cream of mushroom or cream of celery or cream of chicken soup. You're going to thank me later, believe me. Cut up some onions and things like that to smother it on with that and just let it cook. This guy's going to be way too loud, I can tell already.
87 and DJ Tony Tone, the blessed kept secret with Street Glory.
So,
This hour is Big Hot Bite Mitchell Plus.
I think this is about done. What I want to do now is plate it.
Morning, New York City. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. It's all about you today. Street Glory is going to honor the moms because you are great.
Mix it up a
Without
little
you,
bit.
None of us are here. So this one.
Thank you guys for hanging in. They hung in with me. Again, if you want to get the giveaway, which is a free t-shirt, just share it. Just share the video. We're going to look, see who shared the video. We're going to do a little eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and I'll notify you. I'll put it actually on the page. You know, Johnny Smith, was the winner of the t-shirt. Unfortunately, the t-shirt I'm giving away, I only have available on hand in, large and extra large. So, if you want to get a larger, even if you don't have it, you can get a son or kid, or you want to sleep in it if you're real super tiny, you can do that too. So yeah, this is actually looking really good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to plate some. Let me do one final taste. Since I didn't do that. Oh my God, it's good. I'm gonna go ahead and plate some of this, guys. So that we can end the video. I can take some time and write out the recipe. So if you guys want to do it, I would love, in a perfect world, for this to be a little thicker. I'm probably gonna let this go a little while longer and thicken up, but it's good. It's more of a soupy chowder, if that's a thing. But it's still gonna be good. Make sure I get me some shrimp and taters and that kind of stuff. Get me a little chives and pop those on top. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Little fresh chives. And I'm probably going to just put a little Old Bay on top of that. Nice presentation. Let me wipe that off on the side. A little bit of this baby. Come on. Come on here. There we go. Let me take you guys to it. Let me go the other way. Yeah, about that. So, there you go. We're in the midst of making that thicken up a little more, but why is my... Come on in. Hello! You can... Okay. I'll take a picture of it afterwards, guys. But yeah, that's it. These guys are still thickening up. I want to make it a little thicker than that. But that, let's go ahead and get me a biscuit. So we have... let me set you guys down for a second. Bam. There we go, guys. Simple to do. Thank you again. Don't forget, in the next 5 minutes or so, when I get a chance to taste this and clean some stuff up, I'll count and see how many people shared the video. And then we'll just pick a random number like 12 or something, or 45. And I'll just count until I stop on that number. And whoever that is will win the t-shirt. I'll contact you guys. It'll be large or extra large. So let me show it to you real quick. I think I have it laid down here. And I'll take a picture. And of course, I will add... I'll add the recipe. So that's one of our larger teas. Different style than our teas we're doing now, but it's a really good tea. It's got one of my original designs on it, so you'll like it. Sturdy tea. Even if you want to sleep in it, it's fine. So love you guys. Thanks for hanging in with me. We'll probably be cooking some more because we eat every day. So I'll let you know when we're ready to cook. And let me just taste this biscuit again. Oh, a little bit. Well, there you go. Shrimp and crab chowder. It's almost a soup now, but it's going to be a chowder soon. Thank you guys. Love you. Talk to you later. Don't forget to share. And I'll hit you guys up in about 10 minutes with the winner.